Okay, fine. Good evening, good evening. Fantastic. All right, there is one child has asked something about multiple selection. I'll take that first and then we'll proceed. Okay? I'll take this one. Multiple selection. This is what a child has asked. So I'll simply put it like this. 3 physics books. Okay, 4 chemistry books. Okay, and 5 maths books. If this is the question, and the question is about at least one selection, so for this, nothing is mentioned. We'll simply take it as 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1. That's it. I'll put it like this: P, 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 C, 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 M, 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 M. अच्छा, मैं अभी कमेंट देख नहीं रहा हूँ, ठीक है? So just hold on. अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं अनाउंस करूँगा. I'll announce and then you can put your doubts, ठीक है? So M and one more M, right? Similar books, we can have either 0 physics or 1 physics or 2 physics or 3 physics. So number of ways to take 0 physics book is 1. Raj, just make sure, and everyone understand that, try to understand that. The number of possibilities or the number of ways to not take any physics book is just 1. Number of ways to take 1 physics book is 1. Okay? Whether you take this P, or this P, or this P, does it make any difference? Dekho zara, in this situation, in this situation, in this situation, is there any difference? Whether you have taken, what will you say? You will say that you have taken a P. Kaun sa wala doesn't matter. So number of ways to take 1 P is 1. Number of ways to take 2 P's is 1. Number of ways to take 3 P's is also 1. So total number of ways for this is 3 plus 1, that is 4 ways. And that is what this 3 plus 1 represents. Similarly for chemistry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, this one. And for maths, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 1. So it is 4 into 5 into 6, which is 120 ways. Okay? Now, what I'll do is in this situation only, I just change the color and put one more thing, and that is 3 physics books of different standards. Okay? 4 chemistry books of different standards, and 5 chemistry books, maths books of different standards. Now, what is happening? Now we cannot say it is PPP. How will I present it? I'll present it as P1, P2, P3, C1, C2, C3, C4, M1, M2, M3, and M4. Okay? And M5 also. So now, if you take P1 is a different possibility, P2 is a different possibility, P3 is a different possibility. So here you take that 3C1 plus 3C2 plus 3C3 plus 3C0, right? And this is 2 to the power 3. है ना? Similarly, इस वाले में भी ऐसा ही 2 to the power 4. This वाले में भी ऐसा ही 2 to the power 5. And then on the whole, it is 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 5. This will be the total number of possibilities. Okay? Preetham, that would be a different question. At least one of each would be a different question. Okay? Okay. Right. So for this question, the situation will be 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 5. Okay? Is it visible? 2 to the power 5. ठीक है, अभी थोड़ा साइड में चला गया. Okay, Priyanka, which part? Which one? Change the color. Okay, I'll do that. Understood. ठीक है. अच्छा, एक काम करें, ऐसा करते हैं. Red color is not visible. ठीक है, I'll take that. All right, Preeti, I'll do that. Okay, do one thing. I think some people would have understood this topic in the last class. Some people have not understood it. Is it okay if I take it in the end? Because फिर सबको जरूरत नहीं होगी, है ना? Yeah, Shaurya, I haven't reached that stage. Non-consecutive का क्या मतलब होता है? What is the meaning of non-consecutive? Aditya, wait. हाँ, let's do one thing. सुनो. Otherwise, what will happen? Those who have already done it would face kind of wastage. Yeah, right. So I'll take that in the later part. Aditya, we'll take that in the later part. We'll do that. Don't worry. We'll do in detail. It's just that. Yeah, correct. Okay. So let's start with the agenda today. Tell me one thing. Is this color fine? I think this should be fine because the background is good. Okay. Sure. All right. The topic of today's class, the first topic is grouping. I'll give you a question. Number of ways to divide 12 people into 3 groups of 3, 4, and 5. Find number of ways to divide 12 people into 3 groups of 3, 4, and 5. So in one group there should be 3 people, in another group there should be 4 people, and in another group there should be 5 people. And when I say people, automatically it means all the items are different. When we say people, all the items are automatically different. Will be online. I don't get that. कौन सी लाइन में आ गए? अच्छा, okay, okay, yeah. What do I do? I mean, the most fundamental concept to solve this question would be selection. How do we do that? We'll keep it very simple. Out of 12 people, select any 3. In how many ways you can do that? 12C3. Out of 12, if I've selected 3, we are left with 9 people. Then, so I'll put then here. Now then means multiplication. What do? We have 9 people. Out of those 9, select 4 people. So 9C4. Now how many you are left with? You're left with 5. So out of 5 people, select 5 people. So 5C, ये रुको ये पेन थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ कर रहा है. Into 5C5. This is a standard process. एक बार repeat करता हूँ. ध्यान से सुनो. Out of 12 people, first you select 3. You're left with 9. Then out of those 9 people, select 4 people. Then you're left with 5 people. Out of those 5 people, select 5 people. This is the total number of ways of division into groups. That's it. Try to see the physical part of it. The visual part. Try to visualize the situation here. 12 लोग हैं. उसमें से 3 लोगों को लिया. Take 3 people out. Put them together at one place. Then there are 9 people left. Out of them, take 4 people out. Put them at another place. And then the remaining 5 people, वो 5 ही हैं. Let them be there. So can you visualize, can you see that there is a group of 3 people, there is a group of 4 people, and there is a group of 5 people? Has this action been done? Just think about that. क्या ये काम पूरा हुआ? Yes, of course. Now, will it matter if I take 4 first, or 3 first, or 5 first? We'll see that also. What if I take 4 people first? Out of 12, take 4 people first. Please use pen and paper तो जल्दी आप भी कर पाओगे, है ना? Yeah. Out of 12, take 4 people, you are left with 8. Out of 8, let's say, take 5 people. Now you are left with 3. So 3C3. Are these two things different? We'll check that. Are you aware about NCR formula? I'm sure you are. NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. If you just open that, 12C3 will be 12 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 9 factorial. Into 9C4 is 9 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial. Yeah. Yes? And 5C5 is 1, so I'm not taking it. So 9 factorial and 9 factorial cancelled. What are we left with? We are left with 12 factorial. This pen is giving me a trouble, so just bear with me, okay? This is equal to 12 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial. Now, have you checked this one? This also will give us same thing, 12 factorial by 4 factorial, 8 factorial. Into 8C5 is 8 factorial by 5 factorial, 3 factorial. 3C3 is 1. 8 factorial cancel. Can you see that this also is the same? Okay, now, anyone has a trouble in this till now? I'll wait for 2 minutes for your comments. If you have any trouble, please tell me. Okay. Okay. If anyone has any trouble, you can tell me. Perfect. Perfect. Now, in the exam, when this question appears, we will not go into the details. We will directly take up the last step. ये वाला. Okay? There's just one thing that I'm going to add. I'm going to remove all this thing now. I'm going to remove all these things now, and I'll just add the summary to it. Okay? There are 2 types of grouping that we need to learn. Unequal grouping. So just now what we did is unequal grouping. Right? If I have n items to be divided into groups of A plus, A1 plus, A2 plus, up to an, the number of ways is simply n factorial divided by A1 factorial, A2 factorial, A3 factorial, up to an factorial. This is for unequal grouping. Please note it down carefully. And instead of memorizing as a formula, try to understand that what is happening. In numerator, we have the factorial of the total number. And in denominator, we have individual factorials of number of items in each group. Does that make sense? Number of items in each group individually. Comment ऊपर चला गया. Harsh, we are doing grouping, we are not doing multiple selection here. एक बच्चे का comment कुछ question था ऊपर चला गया, can ask again. Okay, I'll wait for 2 minutes if anyone has any trouble. Just a second. 1 second. Yeah, so everyone understand? We can directly take this. We don't need to go into the selection every time. Fine? Yes, Vijay? You can directly, you have to. That was only to explain. Then the second case is very important, very crucial, equal grouping. We will not get into the details of equal grouping, okay? In fact, let's see, that is self-explanatory. How many of you are able to make it? In equal grouping, I'll first give you an example. In how many ways you can divide 12 people into 3 equal groups? 3 equal groups. अगर ऐसा हो. So when I say 3 equal groups, it means 4, 4, 4, right? So using the process that we have learned just now, it is straight away 12 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 factorial. Hold on, please listen to this carefully. Where do I get this part from? This is same as unequal. And one extra thing. What is that one extra thing? That extra thing is count how many groups are equal. Count how many groups are equal. There are 3 groups which are equal, so divide by 3 factorial extra, just that. Okay? Yeah. So equal grouping mein, the only thing that you need to understand here that because of the size of the groups, Rimjim, that was just the number of items. Like in the question that we did in the previous case, it was 12 was 3 plus 4 plus 5. So this is kind of A1, A2, A3, and this is the total N. Because now you cannot, here, placing them separately was giving us a different situation because of the size. The sizes are different, 3 size, 4 size, 5 size. Here, by virtue of size, for example, if I close this, if I simply close this, if I pick up the first group, put it at the second place, second group, put it at the first place, will it make any difference because of the number combination? No. Whereas this 3, 4, 5, it would definitely make a difference. That's it. Nothing else. A1, A2 are the sizes, correct. Equal ka meaning hi wahi hota hai. Equal ka meaning is the same. Yeah, we'll take that. Shivajit will take that. Yes? So basically what you have to do is, if there are n groups of k items each, if there are, oh shit, wait a second, equal grouping, the example that I had written was 12 people and 3 equal groups. So we said 12 factorial, just bear with me for today, this pen is giving me a little bit of trouble. So 4 factorial to the power 3 and 3 factorial. Right now we're talking about a situation in which all the groups are of equal size. Tathagat, there's no great logic, right? Don't try to look for something miraculous there. Don't try to look for something amazing there. It's a very simple thing. When I have 12 people to be divided into different size groups, all of them are standing, all these groups have their different standings, right? Separately. Whereas when I say 12, 4, 4, 4, this group of 4 or this group of 4, even if I interchange them, it doesn't make any difference. So the number of possibilities here will reduce. How do I incorporate mathematically? Simply count the number of groups which are equal and multiply that factorial there. That's it. और कुछ extra मत सोचो. ठीक है? So here it was 12 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial. Here it is 12 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 factorial, and extra 3 factorial to reduce the number of possibilities. That's it. ठीक है? There are 3, 4 factorials. There are 3, 4 factorials. So automatically it will be 4 factorial to the power 3, no? ठीक है? Okay. So in fact, let's take up the next slide. Yeah, I'll wait for 1 minute and I'll see if there is any trouble now. Rimjim, वो ऐसा था ना, 12 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 3 factorial. So this will become 4 factorial to the power 3. Just a way of presentation. ठीक है? I hope now it is clear. Very good, very good. I'll wait for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, in fact, I'll give you more examples. Wait, let's make it a little more clear. I'll give you the total number here, and I'll give you the group sizes. Okay? And I want you to find the number of ways to divide. Okay? Number of ways to divide. 20 people, 2 equal groups. Or rather, I'll do it with you. 20 people. Those who have understood, go ahead and do it. Okay? And those who have not understood, do it with me now. Right? 20 people, 2 equal groups. What does that mean? 10, 10. How do I present it? 20 factorial, divide by 10 factorial, 10 factorial, and 2 factorial, because these two are equal groups. How do I present it finally? 20 factorial, divide by 10 factorial to the power 2 into 2 factorial. Yeah? Total 20, and I say 5 equal groups. Again, those who have understood, go ahead and do it. Those who have not, please do it with me. Permutation combination, where the most important thing is you cannot do it by taking attention, okay? Just do it coolly, calmly, right? 5 equal groups. That means it is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Aditya, Rimjim, Tathagat, can I write the answer directly here? 20 factorial, divide by 4 factorial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So 4 factorial मैं हाथ से मिटा रहा था 4 factorial to the power 5 and 5 factorial extra because I'll repeat once more. What is this 5? This 5 is the number of equal groups. Fantastic. Number of equal groups. Yeah? If I have 20 people, 10 equal groups. I think अब सबको clear हो गया होगा. I think by now everyone would have. Wow, very nice, very nice. इसमें आंसर मत लिखो. Don't put that much effort. Just write the answer in your notebook. Just write the answer in your notebook. हाँ बच्चों? Write the answer in your notebook. So 10 equal groups. So 10 equal group means 2, 10 times. So can we skip the middle step and directly write the answer as 20 factorial divide by 2 factorial to the power 10 into 10 factorial. So this is, though it looks like complicated, but it's actually a direct situation. Okay, chalo, theek hai. Yeah, I hope Tathagat Rimjim, you've got it. Very good. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. इसकी शक्ल पे मत जाओ, ये देखने में कितना खराब लग रहा है, how bad does it look, doesn't matter. You're not going to get 20 items. First of all, listen to this very carefully. Even in your CAT exam, you're not going to get a very big number for this topic. Just to explain this topic, I have taken a bigger number and different cases. Okay? This is yet not over. I'll give you more cases. I'm going to remove all this and I'm going to give you more cases. Okay? देखो, और भी मजा आएगा इसमें अभी. I give you 20 people and I give you 4 groups. Okay? It is 4, 4, 6, 6. Or okay, hold, wait. We'll proceed one by one. 6, 6, 6, 2. Can you do that? Can you write the final answer? Zainab, कोई rule मत बनाओ. Don't make any rule. Now you know the rule, okay? Now you know the process of the question. So now get out of the rule and just look at the situation and write the answer for this. It has to be just writing the answer. Correct, Rachit? Good doubt. Very good doubt. And just write the answer in your notebook, nothing else. It works because the groups are interchangeable. Earlier, when the sizes were different, listen to the words very clearly. Earlier, the sizes were different. Okay, so they were not interchangeable. So their number of ways should be high. Okay, now the sizes are similar. So now they're interchangeable. So if they're interchangeable, number of ways will reduce. By what proportion? By what proportion? The number of ways in which they can be arranged among themselves. That's it. उसमें क्यों extra कुछ और करोगे, है ना? Good. So I'm going to write the answer. I have not seen any response from Rimjim. I hope you're clear. 3 into 2 factorial. And what extra multiplication? Only 3 factorial because not all 4 groups are same. है ना? Now only 3 groups are same. Only 3 groups are same. Tulja, just check that. Only 3 groups are same, बच्चा. Only 3 groups are same. Just be careful. Please understand. मैंने शायद कई बार बोला था, फिर से बोल देता हूँ. What is this extra thing? एक बार और clarify कर देता हूँ. This extra thing is the number of equal size groups. Fantastic. Number of equal size groups. That's it. Yeah, fantastic. इसको चाहिए तो आप लिखो. What is this? This is factorial of. Am I going fast? If anyone who feels that I'm going fast, please mention. Factorial of number of equal groups. ठीक है? So if something is not equal, will not be counted in that, right? So जिस बच्चे ने ये पूछा था कि वो 3 factorial या 4 factorial क्यों आ रहा है, I think I have answered here now. That now all 4 are similar? No. All 4 are different? No. These 3 are similar, so they are interchangeable. So that's it. Yeah, fantastic. I think now everyone almost is clear. I'll give you one last case in this. Okay, one last case in this. That is 20 people. 4, 4, 6, 6. 4, 4, 6, 6. I'm trying to read the messages. Okay. No, Kanish, that extra thing tells us in how many ways they could have been arranged. What is the word? Could have been, but they are not. That is why we are dividing them. Kanish Mehta, I've answered that very clearly, bacha. So if they could have, but they haven't been, so we divide. Wow, very good, very good. ठीक है. Pratishtha, I take it as 20, so I'm good. I mean, I understand that. Absolutely. Preeti, for example, here 4 and 4 are similar. I mean, same number, same size. 6 and 6 are same size. Fantastic. You have to ask yourself, how many groups are of same size? This is what you have to ask yourself. There are 2 groups of same size, 2 groups of same size. Very nice. किसी बच्चे का क्वेश्चन चला गया, जिसको लगता है कि चला गया, आप दोबारा पूछ लो. ठीक है? So 20 factorial divide by 4 factorial 2 times. 6 factorial 2 times. 2 groups of same size. Okay? So for that, we have 2 factorial. Then these 2 groups are of same size, but different from the previous one. So 2 factorial. I'll give you one last example in this, and I think we'll proceed after that. Yeah, I'll just check the comments. Please give an example like with the balls of anything. Ball के लिए जो पूछ रहा है मैं एक चीज बता दूं. The most different items are humans. Any living object Any living object is definitely different. Just remember that. Okay, so उससे better example तो नहीं हो सकता, but we have example related to balls also. 2 equal and 4 and second. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, I'll again wait for 30 seconds if anyone has a question. Is there any question? हाँ, ये मजेदार ही होता है. Permutation combination is the most feared topic, which I do not feel why. There is no reason. There is no reason that you fear from this topic because इसके अंदर एक okay. Before I go ahead, I'm going to remove all this. Just remember that identify these things when you read a question of permutation combination. चलो ठीक है, एक दो बातें, then we'll go to the question. Okay? What do you need? Identify the need. Okay? And can you identify the need as a statement that this is what we want? हमें ये चाहिए. Okay? उसका अगर आपने visualize कर लिया, if you can visualize that thing, that will become very simple. Sometimes in between I also use Hindi words, Hindi statement. Okay? So, but don't worry, whenever I speak in Hindi, I'll also speak in English. So there should not be any trouble. Arrange वो question ही अलग होगा बच्चा, you will know that, don't worry about it. You will know that. And that you have already done in selection, so nothing to worry. When it says divide, okay, clearly you will know that this is the situation. है ना? Good, good, fantastic. Okay, so as I said, I'll take one last question here. 25 people, 5 groups of 25 people, 5 groups of 3 people each, and 2 groups of 5 people each. Just write the answer in your notebook. Don't write in Facebook, वो लंबा पड़ेगा आपको. So just write the answer in your notebook. 5 groups of 3 people each, 2 groups of 5 people each. Okay. Thamba, thamba. That's the only word in Marathi I know. Even though I stayed there for 5 years. Yeah. Just write the answer in your notebook. Don't do anything else. So 5 groups, this will become 15 people, 10, 25, right? मला माहिती आहे. Okay, so 25 factorial divide by 5 groups of 3 people each, 3 factorial to the power 5. 2 groups of 5 people each, 5 factorial to the power 2. And then 5 factorial into 2 factorial. I think we'll close it here. I'll repeat, you will never be asked a question in which you get a total size of 25 people. You will not get that question, trust me. Okay, you will get question for 7 people, or rather 6 people, 5 people. The most common numbers are 6 and 5, okay, or maybe below that also. So nothing to worry. This was just to make you understand the situation, that this is how it is going to be. Nice, nice, nice. Also, one very beautiful thing about CAT exam, that whenever you get a very large complicated item like this, nobody will be worried about the value of this. These things will be in the options. Did you hear that? I'll repeat that thing so that your life is a little simpler, okay? Whenever you have an answer like this, they're not going to ask you the value of this. This structure will be there in the options. Trust on that. Answer आ गया, but इतना time नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Okay, okay. ठीक, fantastic. All right, so we have summarized it. I'll go to the next page now. We have summarized the same thing, but do not get too much into the theoretical part of it. We have understood the practical part of it. Just take a look at it. I'll wait for 30 seconds. Just take a look at it. We have written the same thing. Okay? But इतना type नहीं. Don't type the answer. I'm telling you, don't type the answer. Don't type the answer. Nice. I'm so happy now there are more people. Okay, okay. Kashish will be more relaxed by the end of this session. It's just that have patience. I think I'm going very slowly. I mean, as far as I know, I'm going very slowly. Right? Just do the topics separately. Try to understand the language of the question. Identify or make notes in your notebook. ठीक है, ठीक है. I think you have taken a look at this. The same thing. Whatever theory we have done, we have written it here. अच्छा, मस्ती नहीं. ठीक, चलो. Okay. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Just write the answer in your notebook. Just write the answer in your notebook. Now some people will say that we have done something else, and now it is something else. Okay, no problem. Just do that. Don't worry. सत्या, एक बार और बोल देता हूँ मैं, ठीक है? In the situation where all the items are different, there the arrangement is already included in the calculation, so we didn't do anything. But when the items are same, when the size of the groups are same, they can be arranged. That means the number of ways should reduce. By what factor? By the same number which has caused their arrangement. तो कितना arrangement हो सकता है 3 items का? How many ways 3 items can be arranged? 3 factorial. So divide by 3 factorial. एक बार और बोल देता हूँ. In the case where the items were different, when the sizes were different, the arrangement was already included in the calculation, है ना? Or rather non-arrangement of the groups. That was already included in the calculation. When the sizes are same, we need to remove that. तो अगर remove करना है, तो कैसे करोगे? Just think about that. All four? Now this is the next step of what we have already done. This is the next step of what we have already done. Listen very carefully. I'll take this one, 10 different chocolates into 2 identical parcels. Wait a second. 10 different chocolates, 2 identical. अब confusion और बढ़ेगा, ठीक है? I want everyone to be really focused right now. Okay? There are 2 parts in this question. Okay? This part is division. Then what is this part? This part is not division. Okay? This is the division and creation of groups. Please note it down. ये note करो. सब लोग अपनी notebook में note करो. This part is division and creation of groups. This part is arrangement of groups. Now this is entirely different from division. Arrangement of groups. This is very important to understand. There are 2 different parts in this question. Okay? So according to this, there are 10 different chocolate and we have to divide into the groups of 6 and 4. So how do we do that? 10 factorial, 6 factorial, 4 factorial. Right? Yeah. एक वो था ना identical parcel था, right? आदित्य, identical parcel था. So identical parcel is like this. And non-identical parcels would be, yeah, that's it. I think this is good enough. So in how many ways you can arrange, 2 items in these 2 places? One way, there is nothing extra here. इसमें कुछ extra 2 factorial नहीं होगा. Yes, 2 factorial नहीं होगा. Correct. So the answer of this question will be 10 factorial divide by 6 factorial, 4 factorial into 1. These are identical parcels. Try to understand identical parcel. That's it. Yes, Vijay, notes for what? नहीं होगा, correct. There's just one way to put this item here or this item here. ठीक है? It'll be more clear slowly. Don't worry, मैं दोबारा भी कर दूंगा, but yes. So now I'm going back, I'm going to remove all this. ठीक है? I'm going to remove all this and going back. ठीक. So 10 different chocolate into 2 identical parcels of 6 chocolates and 4 chocolates. So 10 factorial divide by 6 factorial, 4 factorial into 1. Second one, distribute 10 different chocolates among Rahul and Riya such that one of them gets 6 chocolates and 4 chocolates. So now what is happening? Rahul and Riya are they identical parcels? Are they identical parcels? No, they are different parcels, non-identical parcels. They are non-identical parcels. So what will happen? 10 factorial by 6 factorial, 4 factorial. This is number of ways of grouping into 2 factorial, that is arrangement of groups. मैं दोबारा repeat कर देता हूँ. This question has 2 different parts. All these questions have 2 different parts. One part of the question is division into groups. One part of the question is arrangement of the groups at those places. Those places were similar here, so nothing to do with the arrangement. Yeah, those places are different here. Remember, humans are automatically different. There's nothing to be mentioned. Humans के बारे में बताने की जरूरत नहीं होती. Yes, exactly. It is identical. तो अंदर क्या रखा है? How do we know? Perfect. What is there inside? We will not know that. No, Priyanka. See, what is the outcome of this? What is the outcome of this action? The outcome is you, listen very carefully, you get 2 groups. Now forget 10 chocolates. Now you have 2 groups. Yeah, I think this will also help. You see, I'm speaking the same thing in a different way now. Listen carefully. After you have divided 10 items into 6 and 4, what do you have in your hand? Do you have 10 items? No, you have 2 groups. Now arrange these 2 groups among identical places, one way, different people, 2 factorial ways. Does that make sense? I mean, इससे simple तो क्या ही कर सकते हैं? Like, it cannot be more simple than this. एक बार और repeat कर देता हूँ. Out of the 10 people, you have 2 groups now. Now forget whether it is 6 or 7 or 8 or 4 or anything, because whatever it was, you already have the grouping done, whatever it was. After grouping, forget it. It is just that there are 2 groups we have and arrange them at 2 places. Yeah, that's it. Third one, 10 different chocolates equally into 2 identical parcels. 10 different chocolates equally into, this is the most interesting one. So I'm taking a new page, 10 different chocolates equally into 2 identical parcels. I'll again remind you, you have to divide this question into 2 parts. You have to divide Subrajit or anyone who is thinking about 4-6 or 6-4, वो तो हो रहा है ना बेटा? Rahul and Riya, this is one case. Rahul and Riya, this is another case, and this whole thing is counted in 2 factorial, isn't it? Anyone who has the doubt, yeah, वही तो हुआ ना? Correct, correct. Those who did not get the Hindi part of it, I'll repeat. Yeah, very good. क्या बात है? You guys are helping each other. Fantastic. So, 4664, to incorporate that, we have taken 2 factorial. Okay? So focus on this question. This is, I would say, the most tricky part. This question is the most tricky part. I'll repeat one more time. What did I say? These are 2 different parts of the question. These are 2 different parts of the question. This part, division into group. Forget about anything else. Rahul, Riya, Chandra Prakash, anything. Just bhul jao usko. Division into groups. Just focus on grouping. Forget second part. Just focus on grouping. Okay? How many ways you can do this grouping? This is 10, 5, 5. So what will I do? I'll apply the method of equal grouping. Here it is equal grouping. And how do I do that? 10 factorial, 5 factorial, 5 factorial, 5 factorial, 5 factorial, and 2 factorial. Is this complete grouping? Yes. After that, what is this one? This is arrangement of 2 groups, not 10 items, 2 groups at 2 identical parcels, identical places. In how many ways this can be done? Just one way. So what is the answer of the question? 10 factorial divide by 5 factorial to the power 2 into 2 factorial into 1. Now I'll wait for 1 minute, and if you have any question, please tell me. Numerator से denominator में कैसे चला गया? I don't know. What 2 factorial denominator, 2 factorial will come in denominator only in case of equal grouping ना? वो तो इसमें आएगा. पहले वाले में तो था भी नहीं. पहले वाले में तो था भी नहीं. Yeah. अंगूरी 2 items at 2 places. एक बार और बोल देता हूँ, ठीक है? This entire action has given what to us? This entire action has given us 2 groups. Now the importance of 10 is finished. We have these 2 groups and arrange them. Arrange these 2 groups, these 2 items actually. Not that item, but yeah, the items, okay? These 2 items at these 2 places. Yeah? वहाँ तो दूसरा लॉजिक आ जाएगा ना? Yeah. नहीं होगा ना तनिष्क? नहीं होगा बच्चा? बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. Yeah, so that anything related to grouping is finished here. Why are you arranging anything here? Yeah, good. Anything that has to be done for division into groups is completed. That we have already talked about. Once you have created a groups, then arrange the groups at these 2 places. That's it. Yeah. Huh? So that we have already done now, above equal, unequal. This is equal groups. Okay. Wait. This one is. We are doing which one? Third one we are doing, na? Third one. Oh, this is gone. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, I'll give you another question. Hold on. I'll give you another question. Dekho. 25 people divide into 5 groups of 3 each. Okay, and 2 groups of 5 each. These are 25 policemen. Okay, policemen. I think this should clear all doubts. I hope so. There are 25 policemen. Divide into 5 groups of 3 each and 2 groups of 5 each. Note down carefully. Okay? And they are to be deployed at 7 entry points of a city. ठीक है? Rachna, that we have already discussed when we were doing equal groups, बच्चा. अभी के लिए just note it down that you just divide extra by factorial of number of equal groups. I repeat, in equal grouping, you divide extra by factorial of number of equal groups. Okay? Yeah. Rachna, I think I have answered. Now, anybody who was confused with factorial in denominator, factorial in numerator, I think this should be very clear. Yeah, Vijay? Remember, क्या करना है इसमें? पूरे 2 पार्ट है ना क्वेश्चन का. There are 2 entirely different parts, correct? There are 2 entirely different parts. Okay? How do we solve it? Let's see. First action is grouping. This part is only about grouping. How do you do the grouping? 25 factorial divide by 5 sorry, yeah, वो तो कोई भी आ जाएगा, 3 factorial to the power 5, 5 factorial, wait a second, 5 factorial to the power 2, okay, into 5 factorial, 2 factorial. Is this clear? Okay? Aryan? हाँ, ठीक है, nice, nice. What else? What else will come in this? And all those people who had doubt earlier, एक बार फिर से repeat कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है बच्चों, देखो. What we have done till now, what is the outcome of this? Only grouping. What do we have? Can anyone answer? What do we have? I'll rather wait for it. After doing this, what is there in my hand? What is there in my hand? What do I have? What do I have? After doing this division, this calculation, what do I have? No, verbally, how do I describe? I'll write it. I have 7 items. Am I right? I think ये बड़ा important है समझना. I have 7 items, 7 different items. No, not entries, 7 groups. Very good. No, not entry points. Ritika, वो तो बाद में आएगा ना. We have these 7 items. What do I do with these 7 items? Send them to 7 points. Yeah, na? How do you do that? Isn't that arrangement? Isn't that arrangement? I want everyone to acknowledge whether you have understood this or not. How do I do that? 7 items, 7 places, 7 factorial. This 7 factorial has nothing to do what is there inside. That 7 factorial has nothing to do with what is there inside. Once more, that 7 factorial has nothing to do. Yes. I'm waiting for 2 minutes, then we'll go to the next topic. है ना? Yeah. Yes, so I think now everyone should be clear. है ना? Very good. एक बार और फिर भी बोल देता हूँ अपनी मन की भावनाओं की शांति के लिए. Okay, just for my satisfaction, I'll speak that once more. Okay, there are 2 parts in this question. One part is division into groups. That's it. Do not complicate it. You have understood division into groups. There are 2 situations. One is unequal grouping. Keep it separate. One is equal grouping. Keep it separate. दोनों का method अलग-अलग है. Now there's only slight difference in the method. That's it. Do complete calculation for grouping. Do not worry about the entry points or anything. Just focus on grouping. Once you have got the groups, check where are those groups going. Are those points where they are going, are they different? Now they are in a city. City means physically fixed points, physically fixed items. You cannot move them, right? So लोगों को जाना पड़ेगा. So you will have to arrange them. That's it. So 7 groups, arrange them in 7 places. Satya, you have 7 items. You have 7 items, 7 groups. Those 7 groups can go to any entry point. So for example, Delhi has different entry points. Noida is 1 entry, Gurgaon is 1 entry, Faridabad is another entry. So all these groups, any group can go to any place. So how do you decide that? 7 groups at 7 different places. Why are we not considering the identical groups? Why will you consider? Shubhangi, मेरी आत्मा को चोट पहुंची इस सवाल से. अच्छा ठीक है. नहीं, just joking. We will not consider that because these 2 are different actions. Okay, these 2 are entirely different actions. What are the actions? Grouping is one action. This is complete counting of grouping. Okay. Once we have done the grouping, why will I go inside where it is 5 ka group or 2 ka group or 7 ka group? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. What do you have in your hand after this calculation? You have 7 items in your hand. Why are you bothered about 25 items now? है ना? ठीक है. So you will focus only on, yes, grouping and arranging. Chandru has mentioned it very clearly. Grouping is a different part. So how can 7 points be the same? There are different entry points of a city. City में 7 अलग-अलग जगह है. So you have to. Aditya, अगर 5 entry point होगा तो we will select 5 groups and then but that doesn't make sense, है ना? Then we will have to divide 25 into 5 का group. उसको और complicate मत करो. Aditya Goyal, बच्चा, don't go into that direction because I've already told you, you will never be asked a question with 25 people first of all. ठीक है? है ना? You will be asked with 4 people, 5 people. 25 I have taken, 7 I have taken because that is clearly visible. Okay? हाँ, Ankit, just make that correction that you will need only 5 group ना, so you will have to select that. So उसको छोड़ दो, उसमें मत जाओ, right? Just stick to this. So I think this should be clear now. Okay. अभी मस्ती मत शुरू करो. All right. So this was done. Wait a second. This is finished. Yes. So if I have 10 different chocolates equally into 2 identical parcels, what do? First you do the grouping. मैं एक बार सबका आंसर लिख देता हूँ. 5 factorial to the power 2 into 2 factorial. This whole thing into 1. And 10 different chocolates equally among Aniket and Devi Prasad. Aniket, Devi Prasad, different points, right? So this is 10 factorial divide by 5 factorial to the power 2 into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. That's it. और इसका भी ऊपर लिख देता हूँ so that you have all answers in one place. 10 factorial, 6 factorial, 4 factorial. So what I'm doing is I'm just writing the answer of all 4 questions and then we'll move it. So 10 factorial divided by 6 factorial, 4 factorial into 2 factorial. Yeah, I'll wait for 1 minute. If you have any question you can ask. वो है ना? Yes, Vaibhav? Right. Good. Now anyone, एक काम करो. Everyone ask any question that you have. Absolutely correct, Vaibhav. बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही. आर्यन उसको कॉम्प्लिकेट मत करो कि 6 ग्रुप से भी फिर वो सेंस नहीं बनेगा. It won't make any sense. Okay? You will be asked a situation where yes, Vaibhav is right. Yeah, Bhavisha, it has to make sense. Okay? Don't get into that. उसको extend मत करो. That was only to give you an idea कि 5, 2 और 7 किस तरह से related थे. How were 5, 2 and 7 related or rather not related? So that is why I gave that example. Aditya, yes, you are right, but that is a different question altogether. मैं बार-बार बोल रहा हूँ, don't go into that, okay? I mean, yeah, I get your emotion, but you are right also. It's just that यहाँ पे वो complicate और नहीं करेंगे. They will not complicate it further. It is already complicated, isn't it? ठीक है. I'll wait for 30 more seconds if anyone has a doubt yet. ठीक है. Okay. So I took a bigger number so that we could see, different situations. Yeah, Aryan, 7c5 into 5 factorial, वो करना पड़ेगा. But yeah, last वाले में equally divide हो रहा है इसलिए denominator में 2. Yes, absolutely. क्या बात है सत्या? I'm so happy. हाँ, Satya, this is for equal grouping. This 2 factorial is for equal grouping. It has nothing to do with Devi Prasad or Aniket. That is a different matter altogether. Very good. Yeah, so I think now everyone should be clear. Fantastic. What is the time now that we have? I mean, घड़ी में कितना time हुआ देखो तो. Okay. Huh. No doubt. Fantastic. Okay. Alan, what did you miss, bache? Alan, what did you miss? Because I don't know if it's there or not. Yeah, ठीक है. Alan, I hope you got that. Everyone take a deep breath. All right, now we have distribution. What is the meaning of distribution? We'll simply take one simple question and we'll try to understand. There are 4 cases in distribution and we'll try to understand all of them one by one. First I'll explain and then we'll take up some questions. Non-identical balls, non-identical boxes. What is the meaning of distribution? Just with this, I'll put another question. In how many ways 4 different letters, चिट्ठी लिखते थे ना, letters, can be posted through 4, sorry, not 4, कितना है, 5 है ना, 5 different letter boxes. Same numbers? Actually, same question also. Okay? Yeah, fantastic. But why power? You will need to understand the meaning of the word distributions. Please listen to this very carefully. Distribution means every item has to go where? At any one of the given places. Every item has to go at any one of the places. Listen carefully. Hold. Yeah. Every item has to go. Now, why is it important? Why I'm giving so much importance to that? Because that is where you will make a mistake eventually, So what is an item? The item to go is a letter. The item to go is the ball. You have to identify through the language of the question. Then what are the places? The boxes are the places. The letter boxes are the places. Okay? Who will decide the counting? Which entity will decide the counting? The counting will be decided by the one which has a restriction. Listen very carefully. Yeah. The counting will be decided by the one which has restriction. किसके ऊपर restriction है? Every item has to go. So every item has a restriction. How come? Restriction. Let's see. In a letter box, is there any restriction? Is there any restriction that we can only put 1 item into that, or 2 items into that, or 3 items into that, or 4 items into that? No. The letter box has no restriction. You can put as many letters into that. Doesn't matter. That means the restriction is not there on the letter box or the box. The restriction is on the balls or the letters. Okay. So what will you do? You will ask every ball, or say I'll take letter or the items to be distributed. Let's say letters. So L1, L2, L3, L4. And the boxes are X1, X2, X3, X4, X5. Okay? So we'll ask L1, where do you want to go? We'll ask L1, where do you want to go? In how many ways it can answer? It can say, I have 5 ways to go. Please feel it. Because if you do that, there will be no further trouble. 5 ways to go. Okay? Gunjan, because we don't have to arrange. Remember, there is no restriction on the box. You can put anything into it. You can put any number of items into it. So this is not a situation of arrangement. Arrangement में क्या होता है? In the arrangement, you put only 1 item at one place. So this is not a situation of arrangement. Okay? This is not a situation of arrangement. This is a situation wherein in the same box, more than 1 items can go. Right? L2, how many ways does it have to go? 5. Because even if we have put one letter into one box, another letter can go into the same box. The next letter can go into the same box, and so on and so forth. Okay, so eventually 5 ways. For this also 5 ways. For this also 5 ways. So total number of ways will be 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, which is 5 to the power 4, which is places to the power number of items. And in the end, there is another thing that you can remember: beggars to the power biscuits. Okay, beggars to the power biscuits. Yeah. Okay. Anyone? Any trouble into this? Please tell me. Beggars to the power biscuits. ये छोटे-छोटे topics हैं. We'll try to finish them. Yeah. I'll wait for a minute and tell me if anyone has a trouble with this. Chintan, again, don't jump the gun. If there is a restriction, we'll see that in further cases. Does that make sense? As of now, we'll go one by one. Of course, absolutely. Aditya, isn't that correct? Beggar, the one who is standing like this, the boxes are standing like this, and the biscuits are put into it. Yeah, correct. Correct. That is the formula, na? R is the number of places, N is the number of items. R is the number of places. Correct, right. Kaushani, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's exactly the point. In PNC, you memorize the formula to help you, okay? You memorize the formula to help you use further, right? Otherwise, it's the same thing. I mean, it's the more practical thing. Beggar is the places, okay? Biscuits are the items. All boxes cannot be filled anyways. No, somewhere that is not important also. Again, not important also. अच्छा formula अभी समझ में आया ठीक है that's good that's nice permutation is combination more than half of it is about observation of this ठीक है yeah so it is r to the power n I just explained why r to the power n so do I need to write r to the power n do I need to write r to the power n नहीं ना और why r or why n I think that we have already explained okay हाँ ठीक है that's it चलिए let's go ahead. There are 4 questions. We just did the first one. There are 4 questions. We just did the first one. 4 non-identical balls we put into 3 non-identical boxes. This is what we already have. अच्छा नहीं इसमें number अलग था. I'm sorry. The number was different. This is a new question. Just that we have changed the value. Then we'll see the other situations one by one. ठीक है? Let's take it one by one. You can see the questions. We'll solve in the next slide one by one. Okay, I'll wait for 1 minute again, and I just want to see the. Don't write the answers. Don't write the answers here. I know all of you are capable enough to answer the questions, okay? But it's important to understand, as somebody said, that formula ab samajh mein aaya. That is only because you are seeing the exact physical situation here, okay? ठीक है. We'll take one by one. 4 non-identical balls be put into 3 non-identical boxes. Okay? We already know that the answer of this is 3 to the power 4. I'm just going to put the exact divisions here. How do you do that? Case 1, you put all 4 here. You put all 4 there. All 4 there. 0 here, 0 here. Right? There'll be some number of ways here. I'm not going to calculate that. In fact, we can calculate that. You don't have to copy it, okay? Just look at it carefully. I repeat, do not copy it, just look at it. 4, 0, 0, in how many ways this can be done? So this 4 can go to this place, or this place. So 3 ways. That's it. Or this can be 3, 1, 0. So now what is happening? I just ask and you respond. Do you realize that this part is grouping? Just tell me yes or no. I'll wait for your response. Do you realize that this is just grouping, nothing else? Just the grouping part. Do you understand that 4 items have been divided into groups of 3 and 1? Don't answer, just say yes, no. Just say yes, no, nothing else, because that is the only thing that I'm asking from you. Do you understand that it is just the grouping part? Now, do you understand that after grouping, it is also the arrangement? That 3 can go here, 1 can go here, 0 can come here. Do you understand that? Now do you relate why we did that much discussion on grouping and arrangement? Now do you relate to that? Why did we do that much discussion and so on and so forth? Yeah? Vijay, Segal, Aditya. Aditya, छोड़ो ना बेटा. Just answer my questions right now. Huh? Rim Jim, Kaushini, everyone. Raj. Yeah? वही था, that's it. अभी हम उसको करेंगे नहीं. We'll not get into that. I'm just trying to show it to you. Okay? And there'll be other cases also, na? There will be other cases also. So what I'll do is I'll just look at the division cases. So one situation is 4, 0, 0. One situation is 3, 1, 0. One situation is 2. 4 है ना? 2, 0 and 2, 1, 0. 2, 1, 1. Okay, now I'm going to close this. My closing statement here is that we will have some number of ways here. 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 We add all of them. We add, and what is the outcome finally that we get? The outcome finally would be 3 to the power 4. That's what I'm trying to say here. बस अभी उसको calculate मत करो. Individually calculate मत करो. ठीक है? We add all of these, we are going to get that much. Don't worry about it. What is important to understand here is this question. I'll give you 1.5 minutes. Ignore unnecessary discussion. Anurag, Harsh, let's focus on the class. Yes, very good. Ha, bacha, I'll take care of that. Correct. Yes, Tulika, fantastic. Yeah, identical boxes. Identical boxes. Shruti, is this blue color fine? Yes. Wow. Yes. So Goyal and other people, do you see that your questions will be much smaller than 25 people wala question? Yes, Aditya, do you see that? Your questions will be much simpler than this. So here we have 3 identical boxes. So no worries about arrangement. Only division into groups. Only grouping. And grouping also how? Let's see. So 4, 0, 0. This is first possibility. How many ways are there? Just one way. Because there is no grouping actually. Eventually there is no grouping happening. There is no grouping happening. Perfect. 3, 1, 0. No arrangement, just the grouping. How? 4 people into 2 groups. 4 people into 2 groups. So 4 factorial divide by 3 factorial and 1 factorial, which is how much? 4 ways. Then 2, 2, 0. What will that be? 4 factorial divide by 2 factorial square into 2 factorial. Does everyone understand that? 3 ways. Yes? Yeah, I'll do that. Wait. Okay. So we only need to divide into groups. That's it. We only need to divide into groups. 4, 0, 0. So just one way. 3, 1, 0. So we only need to worry about 2 groups. So 4 factorial divide by 3 factorial, 1 factorial. This is symbolic. 1 factorial to symbolically ही दिया है. That is 3 ways. 2, 2, 0. So 4 factorial divide by 2 factorial square and 2 factorial. So 3 ways. And 2, 1, 1. Now this is the most interesting one. The last one is the most interesting one. 4 factorial divide by 2 factorial, 1 factorial square and 2 factorial. This is equal to 24 divided by 4, that is 6 ways. Please check and tell me if it is clear. Case 2 is 4 ways, you are right. You are right. If I made any mistake in writing anything, please tell me. Yeah, correct. Okay, I'll wait for a minute for your responses. If you have any doubt in this, please tell me. 4 factorial by 2 into 4, 6 and 3, 9 and 4, 13. 14 ways. 14 ways. Total 14 ways. Total 14 ways, yes. Don't make a table, just do it directly. Visualize, keep these numbers in your mind. Keep these numbers in your mind, Gunjan. This can be done, right? Why do I need the boxes? I could have simply said, why do I need to write case 1, 2, 3, 4? I can start like this, 4, 1, 0, 2, 2, 0. 4, 0, 0, 3, 1, 0, and 2, 1, 1. Corresponding to this, 4, one way. Corresponding to this, 4 factorial by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So 24 divided by 8, 3 ways. So if I can do that mentally, there's nothing great about it. 4 factorial by 3 factorial, 1 factorial, so 4 ways. And this is 4 factorial, 2, and then 2 factorial for this. I don't need to write 1 factorial, but this 2 factorial is important, so it is 6 ways. So we can do that without writing the table also. Shubham, this is, visually we have written everything, okay? Visually we have written everything so that you understand, right? You can do that mentally also. Bhavisha, for this there will be no generalized form because there are identical boxes. If the items are identical, we have, but not for identical boxes. I repeat, everyone, Gunjan, for identical boxes we will not have that luxury, okay? Why do you need, Gungun, why do you need any other method? This is the best, isn't it? Won't it be the simplest one? I'll give you some examples. I'll put it like this. 4, or rather change it. I'll change it like this. Read the question carefully, okay? I'll put it like this. 5 non-identical items. Understand, CAT questions are very beautiful. One of these beautiful questions is here. Identical items at 3 identical places, okay? Such that no place is empty. Okay, I'll make it more difficult. I'll make it more difficult. Okay, Gungun, what do you see? Is it difficult, easy? See, read the question. Read. Amo, whatever we got, Amo Niyogi, whatever we got the factorials, we just calculated the value. Amo, for example, I'll calculate one of them in the previous question. Yeah, whatever I'm doing is for the previous question. Amo, for the previous question, one of the situations was 2 factorial to the power 2 into 2 factorial. You will have to do the calculation, right? 4 factorial is 24. 2 factorial is 2, 2 square is 4. And this 2 factorial is 2. So 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So this was 3 ways. Amo, I hope you got that. One of them was 4 factorial by 3 factorial. One of them was 4 factorial by 3 factorial. So that this is, I think, very clear, 4 ways. Right? इसमें कोई ऐसा मेथड बताओ. तनिष्क, एक अच्छा मेथड है आंख बंद करके मेडिटेशन करने का. नहीं ऐसा नहीं, आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग. बहुत सिंपल है बच्चा. देखो ये क्वेश्चन पढ़ो ना. देयर इज ओनली वन केस. देयर इज स्मिता, देयर इज Srinidha, there is one case, but the number of ways will be more. Chintan, there is one case. The number of ways may be more. Yes. Pritam, I have changed. I made it more difficult. 4 boxes. Yeah, ठीक है. I think everyone read the question again, please. Please read the question again. It's not difficult. I made it easier. And this is a good question. For entrance exam, this is a very good question. Because it creates a lot of confusion, so to say. But it's actually a very clear question. Yeah, Gungun, I'll do that. Shaurya, beta, please check karo. I have changed the question. Reshma, I have given 4 places. Shubham, 4 places. 4 places. Rashna, Shaurya, please check 4 places. Aur aasan ho gaya. It's further easier, okay? 5 non-identical items, 4 identical places. So I said no place is empty. When I say no place is empty and 5 items, there is only one way. Do you see? This is the only number combination. Only number combination. Only one number combination. Only one number combination. Can you see that? Can everyone see that? And here what do I have to do? Only grouping. This is the only one number combination. This is the only one number combination. And only one case. And how do I do the grouping of 5 items into 2, 1, 1, 1? 5 factorial. Divide by 2 factorial. Then 1 factorial to the power 3 into 3 factorial. Amo Nigoy, I want you to calculate and tell me the answer. Rashna, calculate and tell me the answer. This is eventually 5C2, right? So 5C2 is 10 ways. Yes, my dear children, please tell me if you understand this. Wow, there's so many people who have written the answer. ठीक है. Yes, Srinitha, I'm so proud of you, bacha. Very nice, very good. I'm so proud of everyone. Just remember, permutation combination को उतना ज़्यादा भी इज्जत मत दो. Okay? Don't give that much. Yeah, don't be scared of it. It's always the language of the question. Okay? It's always the language of the question that you need to be very clear, first of all. And then secondly, whatever is the calculation required, just visualize or clarify in terms of sentence. नहीं प्रीति, अभी और है बच्चा, अभी और है. Yes, Vijay, how did that happen? Because I said such that no place is empty. So that is what I'm saying. In exam, when you get a question, it is more beautiful, always more beautiful. Yeah. We have to just, because the places are identical and no place is empty. So break 5 items into 4 parts. How will you do that? 2, 1, 1, 1. That's it. Okay? 2, 1, 1, 1. And this is only the grouping that you have to do. The grouping number of ways is this one. Akshat, we have to put 5 items or say 5 letters. Okay. 5 different letters into 4 identical letter boxes. Now, for a minute, forget permutation combination, forget me, forget the class, okay? Forget permutation combination, right? Just think, how will you put 5 letters into 4 places? That's it. Forget permutation combination, छोड़ दो उसको, right? You'll put 1 letter, yeah? है ना? Very good, very good. I think that's it. Don't worry about permutation combination a chapter. भूल जाओ उसको, ठीक है? Just think about 5 items. Yeah, very good, very good. 5 items, 4 places. है ना? That's it. And if I have to make sure that every place is filled, what do I do? 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 item left, that will go to any one of them. So one of the boxes will have 2 items, all the other boxes will have 1 item. ठीक है, fantastic. Chalo, let's go ahead. I think we should go ahead now. अरे, हाँ. Okay, 4 identical boxes to be put in 3 non-identical boxes. That's it. Now the question that you see, it has nothing to do with permutation combination. Okay, just do it and tell me. This question has nothing to do with permutation combination. I'll wait for your answer for this question. Gungun, This is not a permutation combination question. So don't think it that way, right? Akshat, Srinidha, Anirudh, 18 बहुत ज़्यादा cases हो गए. बहुत ज़्यादा cases बोल रहे हो. या शायद पता नहीं, देखो. 3 non-identical boxes, 4 plus 3, 7, 6, C. अच्छा नहीं ठीक है, I get it. हाँ. Preetham is correct, I suppose. क्वेश्चन में 8C2 नहीं होगा बेटा, 6C2 होगा. हाँ ठीक है, चलो. Don't do it. Listen, don't do it. This is called distribution of similar items. Don't do it. अभी मत करो इसको थोड़ी देर में करेंगे. Distribution of, और यहीं पे कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. Similar items. Does everyone understand the situation? The items are identical. Places are non-identical. Everyone please pay attention. The items are identical. The places are non-identical. Whenever we have this situation, we will not create a table. What do we do? We will take up like this, distribution of n similar items. Similar items matlab identical. Similar items at r different places. How do we do that? N plus r minus 1 C r minus 1 ways. This is one of the most chamatkari formula, magical formula that you would come across today. Yeah, Tulika, you're right, but we will not do that. Akshat, you're right, beta, bilkul sahi. You're absolutely right. But what is more important for me to tell you that this is a very beautiful topic and it has a vast application. Okay, so we will be really happy and proud about this concept and we'll remember this. ठीक है? I'll wait for a minute. Distinct identical समझ में नहीं आया. Shubham, when the items are identical, you don't need to create the grouping part of it, but still the division will happen. So the entire method will change. Yeah, Gunjan, the method for this question, this situation will completely change. Understand that. Why will it change? I'll make one statement. Listen to that very carefully. When the items were different, we were using a particular method for grouping. Here the items are same, so I cannot use the same formula for or same method for grouping. As simple as that. Okay? There's a new formula for it. तो उसके अंदर grouping division सब आ गया एक ही बार में. Aditya, that is for no place empty. Don't jump the gun. Bhavisha, I'll explain that. Don't worry. I'll explain ये formula कहाँ से आता है. Yes, Mansi, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I will do that. But it's just that this is a very important concept, so I wanted to wait for a minute. Then we'll go ahead. Okay, I'm going to remove all this. Number of ways to distribute 10 chocolates among 4 children. Okay? Dusra. I'm writing 3 questions here. Okay? Just pay attention. I'm writing 3 questions here. Number of integer solutions. Non-negative. For the equation A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 10. Yeah. First, you need to understand that both these questions are same questions. Same questions. Okay? Yeah. Both these questions are same. Both questions are based on distribution of similar items. Both questions are based on distribution of similar items. All right? So we straight away apply, and there is no condition. Do you also see that there is no condition? Shubham, there is no condition. There is no condition at all. Yes. There is no condition at all. 10 chocolates among 4 children. This is the number of chocolate to first child. Right? This is the number of chocolate to the second child. This is the number of chocolate to the third child. This is the number of chocolate to the 4th child. Please read everything that I have written very carefully. Third. So number of chocolates with the first child, number of chocolates with the second child, number of chocolates with the third child, number of chocolates with the 4th child. And the sum of ABCD numbers should be equal to 10. Yeah, Tulika, I just explained that, how they are same. If I assume that certain number of chocolate goes to the first children, remember children, humans are all different without mentioning anything, right? So here A is the number of chocolate to the first child, B is the number of chocolate to the second child, C is the number of chocolate to the third child, and D is the number of chocolate to the fourth child. And what is the condition? The condition is A plus B plus C plus D equal to 10, and there is no condition. Yes, correct. We can give 0 chocolates. So nothing is mentioned. That means there is no condition. Okay. So in both the cases, one of the possibilities here. Do you see that here one of the possibility will be 5, 3, 1, 1. This is a possibility here. Do you also see that 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 that is equal to 10? Yeah. This is a solution here. This is also a solution here. So basically, whatever is the number of solutions in the second one is the same thing in the first one also. Okay. In fact, both of them go parallelly in all situations. So in both the questions, answer will be given as n plus r minus 1, c r minus 1. And that is 10 plus 4 minus 1, c 4 minus 1, and that is 13c3. In both these questions, it is going to be 13c3. Both of them. Yes? In both the questions, it is 13c3. Suryansh, it is 13c3, not 13c3 minus 1. Yeah, correct. Yes, Bhavisha, it is mentioned. 10 chocolates. Another thing. All non-living objects are similar unless mentioned otherwise. You can note it down. All non-living objects are similar unless mentioned otherwise. Okay? Unless mentioned otherwise. Okay. Fine. If I remove something, okay, so now the next one that you can do is, I'm just changing a little bit in the question, please pay attention, okay? I am just changing a little bit, and I put it like this. Number of ways to distribute 10 chocolates among 4 children such that at least 1 chocolate to each child. 1 chocolate to each. And यहाँ पे positive. क्या फर्क आएगा? Positive and at least 1 chocolate to each child. Yeah, all non-living objects are similar unless mentioned otherwise. All living objects are different unless mentioned otherwise. Nice, nice, nice. Now, what is the basic fundamental logic behind these two questions? What do? Second wale se samjho. Yes, positive integers start from 1. Non-negative start from 0. So here what should I do? We should give 1, 1, 1, 1. We should give 1 to each. Listen carefully. We should give 1 to each so that we are left with 6. Right? Yes, very good, Mansi. And this 6 is available for free distribution. Available for free distribution, isn't it? The 6 is available for free distribution. Yeah? So you may not need to apply a different formula. If you can memorize both, very good. Otherwise, what you can see is you give 1, 1, 1 to each and distribute d6. So our formula is still the same, n plus r minus 1, c r minus 1. And here, n will be 6 plus 4 minus 1, c 4 minus 1. That is 9c3. So whatever way you want, you can do that. How do we get that n minus 1, c r minus 1? That's what I just explained. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait for a minute. You tell me if there is any doubt. Answer for both the questions will be the same. Remember, just dimag mein bitha lo. Just fix it in your mind. Okay. Srinidha, Amo, I want your response on this. These two situations are exactly the same. Is there any doubt in that? Anyone else has a trouble, please tell me. Yeah. I repeat what I'm asking. These two statements are exactly the same. Is there anyone who has a trouble with it? If you're fine with it, don't respond. I'm just asking, do you have any problem in understanding this? Okay, so I'm out. Sorry. Wait. I'm assuming there is no trouble. है ना? ठीक है. चलो, let's go ahead. 4 identical balls. Yeah, so this question, we will not create a table. In this question, we will not create a table and we will take it as 4 plus 3 minus 1, c 3 minus 1. So 7 minus 1 is 6, c 2, and that is 15. I'll wait for 30 seconds, then we'll go to the next slide. Now everything is still clear, okay? That's good, perfect, very nice. Very good. Take. Aditya, focus. Yes. Take. Okay, very good, very good. I'm going to the next slide, see what happens there. 4 identical balls, 3 identical boxes. This question has nothing to do with permutation combination. This question has nothing to do with the permutation combination. It says 4 identical balls, 3 identical boxes. So what is in this? This is not permutation combination. This is pure counting on fingers. This is counting on fingers. So count that on fingers, right? You will only need the division into, you will only need number combinations. So you don't need the box, right? Do we need the box? No. We just need the number combinations. Number combinations. And that is 4, 0, 0. This is one way. 3, 1, 0. This is another way. 2, 2, 0. This is another way. This is 2, 1, 1. This is another way. So answer would be 4 ways. I'm going to add something to it. If I give you the question that identical boxes, if no box empty, then what will be the answer? I'll wait for your answer. In the same question, if I add the condition no box empty, if I add the situation that no box is empty, then what's the answer? Just a second. कितना टाइम हुआ? बाप रे, आज तो कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया. Yeah. Wow. Very good. Amo, I'm so happy to see your response, beta. Very nice. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, so I'm assuming that nobody has a trouble now. We have seen 4 cases, different items, different places. Different items, similar places. Then, similar items, different places. This was the most important, distribution of similar items. And the last one, similar items, similar places. Even in that, cases. So what does it come down to? The most important thing that it comes down to is the language of the question, right? Language of the question. So my humble request to everyone is that do not create a monster out of this beautiful chapter, because it is more related to your reading ability with proper concentration, more than anything else, okay? So do not create any havoc out of this chapter. Okay, so integer solution, I've already written that. Just take a look at it. I'll wait for a minute. I'll spend around 15 more minutes. I hope you guys are fine with that. Are you guys fine with 15 more minutes? That means we'll go up to 9:05 or 9:10. I hope that is fine, is it? Yeah. Just take a look at this slide. I've just summarized this. I'm going to go to the next one. If you're able to get it, fine. Otherwise, no problem. We have done this in greater detail, so no problem with that. This one. How many terms will this have when it is expanded? You can ask me anything, any topic of quant, any MBA exam. But what I suggest is, what happens, the way you have been sending your doubts, na, जैसे आप करते थे वैसे ही करो, ठीक है? I'll keep checking if there is anything, I'll put it, I'll answer, I'll respond. Don't worry about that, ठीक है? Otherwise, you can ask me anything. No, not 19. Aryan, check, there are 3 terms inside. No, there are 3 terms inside. Okay, I'll show it to you. देखो जरा, a plus b whole cube. This is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. I just mentioned one thing, that how are these terms created? Please listen to this carefully. These terms are created by distribution of power. What is the total power here? 3. So distribute 3 power or index. Let me call it 3 chocolates among 2 variables. And here I'll say variables are children. Now, do you see chocolate child wala question? Okay, I'll wait again. In how many ways you can distribute 3 power among 2 variables? That is 3 chocolates among 2 children. Do you see the analogy? So that means here, 18 power among 3 variables. 18 index, or index of 18 distribute among 3 variables. Okay? Yeah. Chintan, how come 4C1? नहीं, ध्यान से देखो बच्चा. Distribute power 18. Distribute power 18 among 3 variables. This is same as distribution of 18 chocolates among 3 children. It is exactly same as that. Okay? So the number of terms will be 18 plus 3 minus 1, C 3 minus 1. So 21 minus 1, 20, C 2. 190 terms. Yeah. I'll wait for a response if there is anyone who has not understood. So very simple question. Just remember that a term is generated by distributing the power. तो लिखा 210 नहीं होगा बच्चा, ध्यान से देखो. This is 21 minus 1, 20. So 20C2 is 20 into 19 by 2. That is 190. Yes? Nice question. Got it. Very good. Chalo, next one. We'll complete this grid wala question. What is the next one? Just let me see. So we'll complete this grid wala question. That's it. ये last है आज का. We'll keep this as the last one. And I'll keep one more small session on this, okay? I'll squeeze one more session of permutation combination in between, in which we take the remaining part. And if you have any problems, doubts, questions like that. 3 का number of variables. Pritam and, okay, wait. A plus B to the power 3. I explained it just to show you how are the terms created. It is A cube, this is the actual expansion of this, A cube plus 3A square B plus 3AB square plus B cube. So the terms are created by distributing power of 3 among A and B. Can you see that this is actually A to the power 3, B to the power 0. 3 chocolates to one child and 0 chocolates to the other child. This one is A square B to the power 1. This one is A to the power 1 B square. And this one is A to the power 0 B to the power 3. Is it making sense? So there are 4 terms created. How? By distributing 3 power among 2 variables. What are the variables here? A and B. These are the variables. Yeah. Similarly, in the question that we had, that was A plus B plus C to the power 18. So the power was 18 and the number of variables is 3. Yeah, I'll wait. Just tell me. Yeah, Amo, binomial will work on 2 terms. This one will work on any number of terms. I mean 2 variables and any number of variables. Very good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. 3 plus 2 minus 1 C2 minus 1. So it is 4C1 and that is 4 terms. Yeah, right. That was 4 terms. Correct. Okay, fantastic. Very good. Very good. Okay, we'll take up that grid wala question. Hai na? We'll take up that grid wala question. Just take a look at this. Just read it. As you know, I'll just explain how do we achieve this. More than memorizing the formula, it is important to understand how it comes. Yeah, correct. Ashu is right. I've just given an example. Okay, just read this. We'll try to do a question and then we'll see how this formula works. Okay? All right. Look at this question. As I have been doing, more than the formula, we'll focus on this question and we'll try to count the number of possibilities and then we'll see how that formula should be remembered. Yes, Anirudh, I'm so sorry. Bahar hi chale jata hu. Okay, Shubham, but is it good or bad? Yeah, Ashu, I'm just joking. I hope I'm at the correct position now. Wait. Acha. Huh. Yes, this is the question. This is the question. P to Q. P to Q. हाँ. वो आगे वाली sheet पे चला गया था. Satya, by mistake I had gone to the next sheet. Everyone, please pay attention and look at the question. Perhaps by mistake I went to the next slide. We'll try to solve this question here. We'll see. Oh, am I blocking? Acha, ठीक. Don't worry about the formula. Just first we'll try to understand how it works. Then we'll go ahead. Okay, listen very carefully. If I have this grid, in how many ways I can go from this point P to this point Q? I can go like this one. So this is one way. Okay. Yeah. So one way of going from P to Q is like this, and one way is like this. How do I define these 2 ways? That is important to understand. To define these 2 ways, what I'll do is, I'll say this is one step, and this is another step. Let's call it a horizontal step, let's call it a vertical step. Okay? Fine? So, the definition of those ways will be HV or VH. Wow. So basically it is just the arrangement, the possible arrangements of H and V alphabets correspond to the number of possible ways. That's it. So in how many ways you can arrange these 2 items? 2 factorial ways. I'll give you more situations. Look at this. In how many ways you can go from P to Q in this question? Dekho zara. P to Q in this question. Second one. Here we have H, H, V. Now I'm going to write all possible methods in terms of H and V. That is HHV or HVH or VHH. So what are we doing? We are just arranging these alphabets. Now the analogy is, whatever is the number of ways to arrange these alphabets in a line, same will be the actual physical paths from P to Q. If you want to see that, I'll show it to you with yellow color. See, HHV is this one, HVH is this one, and VHH is this one. So these are the 3 paths. I'll wait for a minute, and if you want to respond, you can tell me if there is a doubt. If there is a doubt, you can tell me. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Just tell me whether you've understood this first case and this second case. Tell me if there is a trouble in these two cases. Yeah, so just 3 ways, that's it. So instead of counting physically, those 3 ways can be counted like this. 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial. How come? Letter alphabet arrangement आपने देखा है पहले. Similar items, different items, arrangement, you have seen that earlier in your life, that's it. Rupam, I'm just trying to give you different situations of grids, that's it. I'll just clear that a little bit. This was a type of grid, that's it. I'll give you another grid, see how it works. देखो जरा इसमें. If I have a grid like this, P, Q. Now in how many ways you can go from P to Q? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to increase. Yes, Aditya is right. I'm just trying to. Gunjan, VHV तो possible ही नहीं है. There are no 2 V's. Gunjan, V मतलब एक V और एक V. कहाँ जाओगे फिर? Q कहाँ है? Yeah, VHV is not possible. The available things are only HHV. The total steps to go from P to Q was only HHV in that question. And HV also, yeah, fantastic, very nice, very nice. Wow, wow, kya baat hai. So this is H, this is H, this is V, this is V. How do we take it? We can take H, H, V, V, and instead of writing all possibilities, just count the number of ways of arrangement, which is 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 2 factorial. That is given. I thought you read the question. Horizontally right or vertically up. That is already given. Na? Horizontally right and vertically up. That is already given. Perfect. So for once, I'll repeat. Listen very carefully. The number of physical possible paths, the number of physical possible paths here will be exactly same as the number of arrangement of these alphabets. See, physically we cannot arrange the steps. The steps are there. They're not going to change. This part of the road, this part of the road, this part of the road, this part of the road is not going to change. They are going to be there. What we can do is our choice of travel, HHVV, HVHV. What does that mean? What is the meaning of HVHV? First we take horizontal step. First we take horizontal step, then vertical step, then horizontal step, then vertical step. This is the meaning of HVHV. Then if I take, let's say, HVVH. So we take horizontal step, and horizontal step. Yeah? Yeah. Now, anyone tell me if you have any doubt. I want to know if anyone has a doubt. If you have understood it is fine, just tell me if you have a doubt in understanding this. Now, whatever is the size of the grid, will that make any difference as far as process is concerned? Calculation to ho jayega. But I want to know whether you will have or you will face any trouble in calculation now. So here, what exactly do you need? You need H, 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 H. So there are 4 horizontal steps and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertical steps. 4 horizontal, 5 vertical steps. Right? So basically what I need is arrangement of H, 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 V, 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 V. These 5 items in a line. In how many ways can we do that? We can do that in 9 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 4 factorial ways. Hai? We can do that in 9 factorial by 5 factorial, 4 factorial ways. Yeah? So this is a very beautiful analogy. Okay? Why divide by 2 factorial in the second case? Ashwini, I think that is a very old, Ashwini, that's a very old thing, na? How do you arrange 3 items out of which 2 are identical, bacha? We must have done it in arrangement wala class. बहुत पहले, I think first या second में. In the first PNC 1 or PNC 2, I think you have done it. This simple arrangement of 3 items out of which 2 are similar. Please respond and tell me if you recall that, right? 4 items out of which 2 are similar, 2 are similar. How did we do that arrangement thing? Yaad hai? 9 items out of which 4 are similar, 5 are similar. So how did we, that letter and word wala question? That if there is a letter repeated, how do you arrange or how do you create words? That's where. Yeah, that is the formula that it says m steps here, m steps here and n steps here. Yeah, n steps here. Don't make any mistake. M and n are the number of steps. So this is 1 step. Okay, this is 1 step and so on. Yes, any problem? हाँ, ठीक है, fantastic. विकास गुस्सा हो रहा है, ठीक है? नहीं गुस्सा नहीं हो रहा. हाँ. ये last question of the day. I'll put Q anywhere, okay? Somebody was asking where is Q. So I'll put Q anywhere. I'll put Q anywhere. Huh? I'll put Q here. I'll put it here. So this point is Q. Answer that. I'll put Q anywhere. This is the last question. Yes, Manshi. This is the last question. After this, I would answer any doubt or question if you have, and I will also want to give you the feedback. I want you to give us the feedback, okay? So just hold on. Acha, Shreya, just 10 minutes, bacha. Can you do that? Shreya Saran, I hope I am pronouncing it right. Okay. नहीं, Srinidha, Anand, just pay attention to this. Read the question. It says P to R via Q. P to R via Q. This is a different, in fact, it is a question similar to what you have done in the past. P to R via Q. So P to Q and then Q to R. So what you have to answer is in how many ways you can go from P to Q. So P to Q, number of ways calculated. This question you must have done in the first session, PNC first ka beginning wala. And then this part, that is Q to R, number of ways. And these two are independent situations. Okay? These two are independent situations, and then multiply. What I understand is this question, this counting, this is what you have to multiply. This you would have done in the first session. Here, how does that box thing work here? For P to Q, what is your box? I just identify the box for you. Where is the box for P to Q? For P to Q, your box is like this. Here. Your box is this. Can you see the box for P to Q? Nothing else has to be considered. Yani H, 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 V, V, V. And that would mean 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 3 factorial, right? Into the second part. How will that happen? The second part will be, look at this, here to here. This is the second box. So H, 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 V, V. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 2 factorial. है ना? And final answer will be the product of these two. देखो तो? हाँ. Now I would want, हाँ, जो भी वो value आए, जो भी वो value आए. Okay, okay. Whatever value you get. Yeah. ठीक है. All right. Now you can share anything that you want to. First, give me a feedback. Was there any sound trouble? Was there any speed trouble? Okay. Though I have a feeling that I went really, really slow. Yes, Harsh. Academically, my class is over, but I would want to hear from you guys. Okay. For P and Q. Wait. Hold. The box should be 5 by 3. Check कर लेते हैं. P and Q. नहीं बचा. P and Q is 3 by 3. P and Q box is 3 by 3. Check करो. देखो Q is here. So you start from P. Why would you go beyond? You will just take upward here only. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Wow. Fantastic. Anything you want me to add? Very good. बढ़िया. ठीक है. Anything you want me to add or screenshot? Yeah. Okay. अच्छा. Great session. Enjoyed. Okay. You know my Facebook ID. You can ask me anything. ठीक है. But as I said, primarily go through that doubts वाला thing, है ना? And whenever you want to ask me, you can ask me. Now what I'll do is, okay. नहीं बचा, 5 in vertical नहीं होगा. देखो ना, 1, 2, 3. Why will you go up? If you have reached the level of Q, why will you go up? Okay. Geometry, I don't know right now, है ना? Most probably yes. ठीक है. Okay. अच्छा. एक से रुको, everyone wait. क्या था? अच्छा, I think I missed a question, doubt किसी का, है ना? तो उसमें academic doubts पूछो, फालतू का doubts. Okay, I think I missed somebody's question. किसी का question रह गया. You can always send it to the doubts and we'll look at that. ठीक. Okay, you would like more classes by me. Thank you. Autograph चाहिए. अच्छा. I don't know how to respond to that. Okay. एक doubt है how to distribute 6 different books in 3 identical boxes. Number combinations and grouping. Shubham, I'm answering your question. Number combination and grouping like 600, 510, 420, 411 वैसा वाला. मेरा 420 नहीं आ रहा. Gunjan, you need to calculate this one. 63 that is 20 and 7C2 that is 7 into 621. 20 into 21 तो 420 आना चाहिए बेटा. Gunjan, I just explained. Just calculate this value. 6 factorial by 3 factorial, 3 factorial. That is 20. This one is 21. So 20 into 21, 420. हाँ, that's a good idea. RN is right. ठीक है. Okay. अच्छा. Anything else that you want from me? Tell me. Academically. अच्छा. Probability, yes. Probability I'll be taking. मेरा mini series का नाम है तुझ पे मैं फिदा. It is on Amazon Mini. And I have a small role in episode 10, the father of the lead character. In how many ways can you select 10 balls such that there are at least 2 bats in between any 2 of the... But that Raj Kumar Vemula, इसको doubts पे भेजना बच्चा. Can you send that question on the doubts? Raj, please send that question on the doubts, okay? Okay, all right. Bhavisha, I don't know yet. Most probably yes. है ना? Yeah, Anurag, send that question on the doubts. अभी भेज दो, मैं देखता हूँ उसको. ठीक है? not the whole way. अरे मिस हो गया. Yes, Ashani, I'll do that. अच्छा, क्या यहाँ PNC का फादर और सीरीज में लीड कैरेक्टर का फादर. अच्छा, okay. I mean, I like maths. I've been loving maths since very beginning. So that's it. It's very simple. Mathematics is not that scary. मैंने कल किसी बच्चे को बोल रहा था, somebody was asking that how come you're good with maths? I said very simply, mathematics is something that requires a lot of practice, but at the same time, everyone please pay attention and listen to that, that mathematics is like singing, okay? Not everybody is good in singing, but everybody sings. ठीक है? अच्छा, बाप for a reason, okay? Yeah, so singing और maths का एक बड़ा सुंदर analogy है. Right, so just keep that thing in mind. Not everybody is a good singer, but everybody has to sing. Maths के अंदर, maths के हिसाब से बोल रहा हूँ. So from the point of view of mathematics, up to 10th you have to study maths. For CAT exam, for other exams you have to appear in maths. But you don't have to become the greatest in maths. At the same time, you can become a great student or great learner in maths if you keep practicing in the right direction, in the right manner. Perhaps, whatever we discussed, okay, how many of you make out that we are not worried too much about the formula? हमने कहीं पे कोई बहुत ज़्यादा formula हम याद करेंगे, है ना? We'll always try to memorize the rules, the properties, the formula. But do you see that we are not too much into that creation of those restrictions? What did we do in today's class? We were just focusing on basic processes, the things that we could count, है ना? अपने हाथों पे उंगलियों पे जो count कर सकते हैं, we focused more on that, and then we created analogy to it. That's it. See, I'll tell you, up to the extent of requirement of the exams, you can come up with practice. As simple as that. You may not become a great mathematician, like a professor or researcher in mathematics, but whatever is the requirement of the exams, that can be done by practice. And we have seen, I mean, at least I have seen a few thousands of such examples. People not getting good school, people getting 50-60% in 10th maths, clearing CAT with 98-99 percentile in quant. Many examples over the years. So उसका तो कोई logic है ही नहीं. And without any difference of boards or school or language medium or gender, nothing, कोई relation नहीं. Okay, Narayan, I think I have answered your question. And this is very important for everyone else to understand. Whether you're good with maths or bad with maths doesn't matter. You just practice. You will definitely reach a good level if you keep working consistently. Consistency is the key word. एक दिन जोश में आके पूरा 4 घंटे पढ़ लिया, फिर अगले एक हफ्ते तक नहीं पढ़ा. That will not help. Yes. Anything else? एक अगले साल. Okay. Yeah, Narayan, you're absolutely right. Fantastic. All right. So you can always connect to me. We'll close the session now. What time is it now, Sunil? कितना time हो रहा है? Yeah, I hope I could help you guys. Okay, I'll see you again in the next class. Probability I'll be taking next. So what I'll do is whatever is remaining in permutation combination, I'll finish it first, and then we'll go ahead. Okay. Good night, children. Good night. I'll see you again.